I'm recently with the project, and it's interesting. I really like your questions and this question, because that's the question I asked recently at our strategic meetings. During this period of time, we will use this opportunity to say more about that. For now, what I can tell is that you always need alternative in your life. But we want, moreover, and the most important, to give to our audience and to the world alternative way of thinking, alternative way of enjoying the cinema. But also what I said, to convey the message that there is always alternative, because life, it's beautiful, but it's hard, and we have to be agile and flexible and to find a way in our lives.
Halo kawan inilah, my name is Wahyu Ramadhan. I'm the communications manager at inDrive Indonesia, and this is my colleague.
Hello, I'm Andjelka Jankovic, Head of Marketing and Communications for Alternativa Film Project.
Today, let's have a chit chat with us about Alternativa Film Project. I think that question should be to my colleague here. Andjelka will explain about our lovely Alternativa Film Project to kawan inilah at home.
Alternativa Film Project is a non-profit organization, but owned and supported by inDrive company that my colleague Vicky will tell you more about. It is a project that aims to support filmmakers from the global south and try to give them the voice for the global arena. To find emerging filmmakers also, and to show their talent and their movies, which speaks about impactful social topics, to the whole world. Moreover, the idea of Alternativa Film Project is to impact people through movies, and that's why we are very happy that inDrive decided to have a department called Envision, and for their social responsible activities and projects, and to have Alternativa as a biggest one and special project really that gives opportunity that we reach global audiences through all over the world, and to show them impactful movies from the global south and to the whole world. Alternativa Film Project consists of Alternativa Film Festival and Awards. We will be talking about that more, because second edition will be held in November in Indonesia, Yogyakarta. But also from the labs, because we have educational workshops, we have Impact Lab, Development Lab, and also we are organizing pitchings and having grants for young people, not only students, but also end students, to help them be more educated, to also win some grants for development of their projects, and so on. Last but not least, we are doing screenings offline and online together with marketing campaigns. Through the year after the awards, we screened one of the nominated movies from the last year all over the region that was in the focus, in order to reach as many audience as possible, and to have together impact and make this world a better place for living through movies.
Okay, the reason being why Indonesia is our first international stop for Alternativa, although this is only our second year. So the first one was held last year in Almaty, Kazakhstan, and then on its second installment, we have decided to find different focus region, which is we chose Southeast Asia. Of course, we understand that in Southeast Asia, the movie industry is very vibrant. There's a lot of talented individuals that need platform or space to show their masterpiece to the global stage. That's why we chose Southeast Asia. And then why Indonesia? Of course, Indonesia, we understand there's a lot of millions of people. This is the biggest biggest and then the most vibrant one. I personally, being biased, of course, my own country. But over the years, we understand that in Southeast Asia, Indonesia has become one of the capital for movie making in Southeast Asia, and also globally, we are getting more acknowledgement from like movies, what our masterpieces, and also these talented filmmakers, they are getting more knowledge by the world. But we decided to do it in Indonesia, and then now we chose Yogyakarta because Yogyakarta is the mecca and the capital of culture, the beating heart of Indonesian culture. And then we see that Yogyakarta is the perfect place to combine our international experts with Alternativa, and then also the local culture is amazing. And then there's a lot of international festivals also held in Yogyakarta. So that's why we chose to have our second year with Alternativa here, in Yogyakarta in November.
Within the Alternativa Film Project, we have one part for film festival and awards. Everything started just with the film awards last year, as Vicky mentioned, in Central Asia. That was the focus region. But this year we are in second edition here in Jakarta. But what is interesting, that for the first time we are having a festival, which means that we will screen for the open public, for the general audience, movies who are nominated for the awards before the awards ceremony night, and organize impact discussions just after the awards. So that is something new that we didn't have last year. And in addition to that, we are organizing also industry days from 27th to 28th of November, while the screenings will take place from 22nd to 28th of November this year in Jogja. There is no theme for our festival. We make an open call for impactful movies, for the movies who have potential impact. People who are interested to take part in the application process next year, or to see what means impact to us, can go to our website at alternativa.film and see all about the values, mission and guidelines also. We are searching for the movies who can change the world, who can touch the souls of the people, who can make people feel like they want to make the action after watching the movies. That is important for us, that they speak about really important topic from their local communities, so we can also introduce the culture and the issues within those cultures and the countries that movies represent. So that is what we're searching for. But in the end, somehow we have a topic, but the topics are found in the movies. So I can say what will be the topics that will be interesting for this year festival, and that we are going to talk to after the screenings. Those are gender inequality, domestic violence, children's rights, teen rights, living with disability, grieving, accepting the loss in our life, and many other, of course. So what is interesting for the younger audience, but maybe also for the parents that we are inviting to come and help their young teenagers or students who will come to see the festival, that together they make the change, is that we will have a topic about social media influence, digital media, what it's doing to us, is it good or it's bad? So that will be one of the important topics to this year festival. So let's say those are the themes that we will speak about during the festival.
For Alternativa Film Festival, film project itself, so these are films that it's not commercial films, obviously. These films, this is not the films that you will find in your typical cinema or movies, but these are some impactful movies that discussing about some really strategic or like some really important issues across the communities that they're serving. So we have participants from 2 regions, Southeast Asia and also Central Asia. And in total, we have 25 nominations out of the over 1,000 submissions. And then this 25 they consist of 13 full-length movie and then 12 short films. And then some of them, of course, they are made by, probably if you are in the filmmaking industry, you probably heard of their name, but in not in a commercial type of way. And I think Andjelka can explain more about what are these movies, including 5 nominees from Indonesia. So we have 2 short films and then 3 full-length films.
Two
features,
yeah.
And then 3 short films from Indonesia who they are nominated for this year's Alternativa film.
Yeah, within over than 1,000 nominations, as Vicky said, which is double than last year. We had 206 Indonesian titles. Out of 206 Indonesian titles, we have 5 nominated, which is a great number and something that we expected since this is a hosting country. And I will tell you the titles now. So for 2 feature movies, we have Woman from Rhode Island, and I know that people know about about that movie in Indonesia. And Tale of the Land, also very popular title that I heard a lot about. The thing with this title is that we are really happy that they applied and submitted for the Alternativa Awards, but in the same time they will have a premiere at JAF, which is right after us. As Vicky said, there is a lot of film festivals in Indonesia, especially in Jakarta and Yogyakarta, and we are very proud to say that we want to be part of the community, and that's why we made partnership with Jakarta Film Week, Mini Kino, INDOX, Dogs by the Sea, Film Documentaire, and JAF. So Tale of the Land will be in the nominations for the awards, but not screened at our festival. Premiere will be at JAF. When it comes to 3 shorts, we have titles Accidental, Intentional, Maybe Someday, Samu the Terrible, and His Sin. What is interesting that in selection we have 14 Asian countries and across 20 different languages. Female directed films make up nearly half of the selection, which is also very important and one of the themes about gender inequality, or let's say equality, and that's something that our committee members were really taking care of, because film industry is still a man's job and we are trying to make it female also. Also, what is important is that we are looking for the first-time filmmakers and have award for them, also for the people who made and submitted their first movie. So 9 of 25 are debut works. So you can see a lot of interesting thing. When what makes Alternativa really special is that it is nomadic project, searching for emerging people, supporting filmmakers in early stage or mid stage or their career. So they didn't have time to be that famous so far, but we hope to give them support in their journey. And as Vicky once said, that Alternativa would like to become a part of their journey to success. We want to give them voice on the global arena, to help distributing these kinds of independent and non-commercial movies, but really important ones, all over the globe and to the Western society, because the eyes in the film industries are always, never mind where we live, we always look at Hollywood movies.
The Western world.
Yeah, and Western world. So we want Western world to look at movies from the global south and from this to movies from this region, and to see not only the filmmakers but also to hear the problems and the social issues or ways of living and culture from this part of the world, because there are a lot of prejudice in the world that we are living in. Committee member and Natalia Puleva, our program director, said that they strongly believe that these 25 movies can touch the souls and will touch the souls and hearts of the audience, and can make us to make an action, and also they have a strength and they show the superpower of movies to make this world a better place.
Regarding these sensitive topics, of course, with Alternativa, it's not about bringing in a commercial power to this film, but we are empowering people to speak about the issues that they really care about. So, as Andjelka mentioned, we have very important topics like equality, gender equality, children's rights, and also teenage rights, and then feeling of losing someone. These topics, of course, have been curated, and then we are, of course, discussing it with all of our partners, including the government as well. We are trying to make sure that during the screening of these movies, they are eligible. Of course, they're eligible, and then they are, provided they can be, screened to the public in Yogyakarta, because this is a public event. Everyone can apply and then join and then see these movies for themselves. But in terms of sensitive issues, we are not shying away from the opportunities that people can translate it in the way that they understand the movie. So we are making sure that people, when their movies are being submitted to Alternativa and then being showcased to the global arena, they have the biggest chance of impacting people as they intended their films to be. So, of course, we are anticipating some concerning issue regarding whether they can, because in Indonesia there's a lot of legal issues, and then on especially in films where you are touching super sensitive topics. But of course, we have been aware. We are aware of the situation, and then our team is also working hard to make sure that we have all the permissions and also all the necessary requirements to ensure that our screenings are being done in the proper way possible. And we also, I have mentioned that we also have our collaborations with the Ministry of Education, from the film division regarding the Alternativa Film Festival. So no worries, you can still enjoy our films and then still getting the impactful values that a film is intended to.
Also within the program we will include kind of disclaimers, what are the sensitive topics and what might be disturbing for someone, so audience can prepare and choose the film that they think it's something that is right for them. So we were ready when we were discussing this project and launching this project, that we are dealing with the topics that you cannot find in the theater, but you know, life is not easy, so are not the movies. And I think that many of commercial movies are also tackling and touching some of the topics, but they are just presented differently. So I hope that Alternativa Film Festival will give a spotlight on the movies. So we don't have a specific genre. It can be drama, it can be a comedy, it can be animation. I think we have 2 animated movies. You can speak about some hard topic through comedy, through humor. So it's you can expect everything within these 25 shortlisted movies, and we will talk about that. So we will give if it's going to be disturbing for someone or hard, just after the movie we will speak about that and share our emotions and share our views. That's the idea of impact discussion. So I think that because I know Indonesian people, that it will be kind of a gathering, community in one place, and then a relief, and maybe some new ideas will be born.
I think, of course, with Alternativa, what makes our festival or like film project is very unique. Of course, the fact that our nature is like nomadic. So we are ensuring that our film project is not only based in one country and then making sure that this place will become the new like polar. But we are trying to see like in different regions there are different stories, different issues they face in each region, in each country. So that's why we make our film project Alternativa become a nomadic one, from moving from different area to different focus area, and then we are trying to make sure that this Alternativa Film Project become the platform that can help people voice and then follow their choice, as our slogan is, to catapult what they have to bring to the global arena instead of just focusing on certain countries. That's why, for example, like now it's Southeast Asia. So the people in this community in this specific area can bring as much story as they can, and the next year is going to be like different regions. So we can see on how diverse the movie industries in globally, not only like in certain region. Like for example, we are accustomed to see like the Western with the Hollywood and everything, but now with Alternativa it's very unique because it's nomadic. It's moving from different country and like different region to different region. But also when we leave that country, for example, this year will be in Indonesia, but next year it's not going to be here anymore. But we will leave what we call as like maybe the legacy of Alternativa. We will have a platform, learning platform for these filmmakers, for the talented individuals in this area, like a hub. So when we left this region, they can still join us and then let Alternativa be part of their journey in developing their career as a filmmaker. And also with Alternativa, it's all about making sure that our films tell stories that are important for the society, and also stories that can be impactful to everyone's life. Because as inDrive, our company, we believe that we are aiming to positively impacting over 1 billion people by 2030, and then movie is one of the greatest instruments that we can use to talk about important issues and then impacting people's life.
Yeah,
yes,
that
for
is
now.
true.
This
But
is a special moment, right?
yeah,
Yes.
this is a special moment not to be missed. So you should book your calendars from 22nd to 29th of November to join us in Yogyakarta, especially because the screenings and impact discussions will be open to public, free of charge, also as industry days. The only thing people have to do is to register on the link, so we can prepare ourselves to know how many people to accept. And around 10th of November we will announce the registration link and all the information for the registration on our website alternativa.film and on our Instagram accounts that I kindly ask you to follow, alternativa.film.cea and alternativa.film as our international account. We will announce all information there, and we will be waiting for you. I'm recently with the project. And it's interesting. I really like your questions and this question, because that's why that's the question I asked recently at our strategic meetings. During this period of time, we will use this opportunity to say more about that. For now, what I can tell is that you always need alternative in your life. And as our slogan is "Follow a choice," we wanted to provide filmmakers with alternative funds for their movies to support them. We wanted them to support them with alternative way of distributing and support for distributing their movies. But we want, moreover, and the most important, to give to our audience and to the world alternative way of thinking, alternative way of enjoying the cinema. But also what I said, to convey the message that there is always alternative, because life, it's beautiful, but it's hard, and we have to be agile and flexible and to find a way in our lives. And I think that for filmmakers, that is really important message. As Masgarin said at our press conference in Yogyakarta last Wednesday to young students, there is no excuse. Nowadays, you have a phone, you can make a movie. It's not excuse that you don't have money. You need to have idea and passion. So that can be a message for now, and we will talk more about it. But our message is that there is always alternative, and we want to give opportunity for thinking alternatively, and to maybe make some action, alternative action in our lives to make this place a better for living.
Absolutely. I think Andjelka, she has explained it beautifully regarding why we chose the word Alternativa. Even if you see our the logo here, Alternativa, the word A, Alternativa is like, it's like reversed in terms like this. And we are, as I've mentioned before, that at inDrive, our mission is impacting people, over 1 billion people by 2030. And one of the greatest instruments to do this, to impact these people, is by sharing stories and values, talking about important issues. And then through movies, this is the perfect platform for people to be able to see, because it's enjoyable. You can see on what's going on around you that you might not been aware before. And then that's why we support this Alternativa Film Festival. And then this is actually something special, because our founder, our CEO, Arsen Tomsky, he is the one that initiated Alternativa in the first place amongst our different projects across inDrive with InVision. But Alternativa has been something that's very close to his heart, because back when in his hometown in Yakutia, he also supported the filmmaker in Yakutia, and then he's also been our company first founding was in 2013, and then where nobody can expect a small country, the coldest part of the world, Yakutia, can become the second biggest ride-hailing app in the world. So we were Alternativa, but now we have been in the global stage. People have been talking about us all over the world, and then we believe that people out there through films, they can have the same power to impacting people's life positively through their movies, through the masterpiece. And then this is something that we stand for. That's why we chose to have Alternativa, and then together in the future years, we hope that we can continue to inspire and impacting people to follow their own choice through Alternativa.